Just about to get on YouTube and then we'll go right in. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from. Thank you for joining our session today. Today we would walk you through what is required to apply and potentially get the ISI scholarship in 2026. Before we go on, I'll be moderating this event. And my name is Faidat Badamosi. I am a 2019 I scholar. Yeah, I was one of the scholars in the very first edition, which was about 7 years ago. Oh my God. Okay. And I graduated from the Premier University, University of Ibadan. And I recently defended my PhD in organic chemistry at the University of South Carolina. Also, one interesting fact is since 2021, I have been serving as an operations manager at iScholar Initiative, and that has been an incredible part of my journey this past few years. Before we go into what we have today, we just want to know where you're joining us from. You can pick up your phone and scan this QR code or go to slido.com and just type that code, the number 1133062, and let us know where you're joining us from. Let's do that quickly. Okay, Nigeria, Abuja. Lagos, okay. Lagos. Oh, Umuahia, that's Abia State. Amazing. Delta State, awesome. Just to get a very good picture of where our audience is from today. Yobe, wow. Ondo, Abuja, Ogun State, Delta State, Kwara State, Ebonyi, Owerri, Ibadan, Oyo. Okay, please keep it coming, keep it coming. 22 participants so far. And on this call, we have more than 150 people. So, okay. Oh, Rwanda. Nice. Warri, University of Benin. Ayobo. Wow. That's where I'm actually well, that's my residential area in Nigeria. Okay. Abia, Warri. Once we have about 1/3 of us answer this, then we'll be able to continue. So let's get that information in. Okay, I'll try to pronounce some, but la, da. But Arcot, okay.
Agwalada is in Abuja.
Abuja, okay. We have River State, okay. Lagos, Umuahia, Ebonyi, Enugu State. I think We have representation from maybe 2/3 of states in Nigeria. Am I exaggerating that number? Okay.
I do a chart.
Bayelsa, okay. Nsukka, Kaduna. Oh, okay. Anambra State. 49 people so far. And we have about 200 of us on this call. So please don't be shy. Don't be shy. Osun State. FUTA. Okay. So this is gonna just 30 seconds more and then we'll take the welcome and opening remarks. Saba, Bariga, Kwara State, Benin City, Yobe. So welcome everyone. So thank you so much for participating in this. At least we get to see where most of us are right now. And so next we'll move on to the welcome and opening remarks by our Vice President Operations, Mrs. Anatu Kadir Banjoko. Mrs. Banjoko, are you able to unmute?
I certainly am.
Okay,
Good
awesome.
morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone who's joined us today. I am observing all due protocol. I see other veteran ISI folks here. I see
Okay, I think
calling in from different parts of the country. Can you hear me well? Hello?
okay, I think we can hear you better now.
Let me turn off my video. There we go. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, we can hear
everyone
you
hear me?
better now. And if you could increase the volume a bit.
You guys hear me?
Yes. Can
I
you hear
lost you
us?
for a second. I can hear you now. You guys are all frozen. Can
Okay,
everyone
yeah.
hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. Yes, I was just saying all protocols observed and recognizing that Mr. Femi Fadili is on the call. We'll hopefully hear from him later. Thank you all for joining. We have about 219 people on the call right now, which is amazing. I really like this. Anyways, my name is Hanatu Banjoko. I volunteer and serve as the Vice President of Operations for ISI. And on behalf of the entire ISI team, I truly, truly welcome you. I am excited to kickstart this 2026 ISI Scholarship Information Session, which then takes us into the scholarship season proper. So welcome. Today, we're just not trying to explain to you what the scholarship is about. It's about introducing you to our community. And this community believes very deeply in potential, we believe in resilience, and we believe in the power of education to change lives. So ISI was created to build a bridge for young scholars like you. And each year we meet students who remind us exactly why this matters. And Fahidat is one of our veteran ISI scholars that has become, as of yesterday, an ISI partner. And I am very proud to announce here that she turned in her final paperwork for her PhD yesterday. So proud of her. You can now had Dr. Fahida Badamosi. She's a poster child of what ISI is about and what we all strive to achieve. So congratulations, Fahida. I am sorry I did not discuss this with you, but hey, it's good news, and so we can all celebrate that. People like Fahida and other scholars here today, I'll be taking your questions, exactly why this matters. And they are the ones we want you to look out to and to understand that your story matters. And so welcome to the ISI community. In this session, we'll walk you through what our scholarship is about, who it's for, and how to put your strongest applications forward. More importantly, we want you to leave here believing that your story matters. Your dreams are valid and you're capable of much more than you realize today or you think that you can achieve. And if you strive hard enough, if you work hard enough, you believe, you are honest in all the good things, that even you can reach your true potential. And ISI is here to be the bridge to that. So we are excited to get to know you. Please listen, take notes, write down your questions, and we're here to support you take this next step. We're very proud that you've joined us today. And we hope that as you leave this information session today, that you reach out to other people, open this opportunity to others. We want as many people vying for opportunities as possible. We have, like last year, we have 100 spots, and that can be you. And in a few years, you can be Fahida, and you can be each and every one of the advocates that you're going to be meeting today. And so with that, I am proud, I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to meeting folks that are very deserving of this. And I open the ground for Fahida to take this.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Banjuku, and thank you for the congratulatory words and kind wishes. I really appreciate it, and I also thank you for your support over the years. I have learned so much from you. So just like she said, today we would walk you through what the ISI scholarship is about iScholar Initiative, how we've evolved over the years, what the application workflow is like, and we'll have some question and answer, a very short question and answer session. But we've also designed this such that you would be able to ask as many questions in smaller groups. So we'll have different breakout rooms that you can join, and you can ask as many questions as you can, though it's for a limited time. And then we'll take closing remarks from our amazing ISI Secretary, Dr. Fajulu, who is also on this call. Just some Zoom etiquette. So this meeting is currently being recorded. If you joined earlier, you would have seen we had a lot of AI meeting notes, AI companion, and it's also on YouTube. So you can always watch this session on YouTube whenever you want. And one other thing, please make sure that your Zoom display name right now is your first and your last name. So it's not maybe Faidat's iPhone or Faidat's Samsung or Galaxy A05 or something. So please update that to your first and last name. Now, moving on to what iScholar Initiative is about, Mrs. Banjoko has shared a bit about that. We are here to actually build a younger and self-driven generation for future development of Africa. And we've been on this mission since 2019. So this is like our 8th edition of this scholarship. And we continue to seek to mentor and empower young African students in fulfilling their dreams. Echoing what she said, your dreams are valid. In 2019, I was in your shoes and I just didn't know how it was going to happen, but I just had that strong faith that my dreams are valid. And today I can say that I am possibly, I'm currently living the dream. So we're here to really mentor and empower young African students in fulfilling their dreams to pursue graduate studies via access to fully funded scholarships in world-class universities. So iScholars are all over the world. We have people, just if you name any country, well, I don't want to say any country, but we're all over the continent. Yeah, let's put it that way. And so how have we evolved over the years? Like I mentioned, I'm a 2019 iScholar. I was one of the 20 candidates selected in 2019. I remember seeing my name as the 4th name on the list. And It was just really, really amazing. And in 2020, we increased the number of awardees to 50 candidates and didn't just offer GRE, but also included TOEFL to the scholarship offering. And mentorship has always been a part of this from the very, very beginning. And in 2021, again, we continue to evolve, continue to improve the process, continue to see what our scholars need to strive and to achieve success. And though the number of candidates remained as 50, but we included application fees. So included predetermined number of application fees that were paid for our scholars. And in 2022, we increased this number from 50 to 65 candidates, still offering GRE or GMAT, TOEFL, application fees, and again, mentorship. And I think it was in this year that we even improved the mentorship program to not just be about getting to grad school, but also holding your hands while you're in grad school. And in 2023, it went from 65 to 70 candidates. 2024, we had 100 students, 2025, 100. And in 2026, we're still going to have 100 candidates. Hopefully in the future, we can expand this more and continue to support as many students as possible. But aside providing the financial support, like I mentioned, mentorship is a major part of the scholarship offering. And even for students that do not end up getting selected, we still try to have webinars, and we also have a book on our website. We find ways that we can still mentor you. We can still share information with you that will be very, very helpful. And so 2026, we're going to have 100 candidates sponsored for GRE, GMAT, TOEFL, application fees, and also provide mentorship. What is our application process like? So we have some application requirements. One of this is the personal statement. So you'd see here that it says 500 words personal statement. So it has to be 500 words. And not like it has to be 500. You can have less than 500 words. It should not be more than 500 words. And your personal statement should really tell us about your self-drive, your motivation, what your journey has been like, whether from undergrad, how you've continued to strive to achieve success in your career, in your life. And one very important part is you need to also tell us why you need this scholarship. Why should we sponsor you? And then examination study plan. So like I said, we're going to sponsor GRE or GMAT and TOEFL. How do you plan to score a 340 out of 340 in your GRE or a 330 out of 330 in your GRE? How do you plan to score a 120 out of 120 in TOEFL? We need to see that plan, whether you're going to make it weekly or monthly. Just have a clear plan that you would be able to submit on the portal. Also, your CV resume. So here, there are different types of CVs or resumes. For grad school, you want an academic CV. So it's different from the one you submit when it's a job application. And if you're wondering where you could see a sample of like an academic CV or resume, on our website, we have a book called the iScholar Guide. In that book, we have an academic resume template, which you should be able to use. Then we have the reference. So we require two references. One is academic and one is professional. And the professional reference here speaks to your character outside the classroom and just really who you are. So for your academic reference, you could get it from your supervisor, your lecturer, and then your professional reference could be from maybe you had an internship or you had IT or CWS, your supervisor during that job, or someone else that could really, we know some of us have done masters, some of us have higher degrees, but here we are interested in your first degree. So that's your bachelor's degree or your higher HND HND degree, and another is your certificate or statement of result. Again, keyword first degree. So make sure it's your first degree you're submitting and not maybe like your master's or something. So these are some of the application requirements. I know we have a lot of questions already, so you can already start posting questions in the chat box, and some of the iScholars on the call would start responding to them. And when we also get to the Q&A, we would go through some of them. So our timeline this year, the application is going to open on Monday at 12 a.m. WAT, that's Nigerian time. And it's going to be open for about 4 weeks, would close February 13th at 11:59 p.m. Please don't wait till the deadline before you apply. You know, you need to submit 2 references, and you want to give your referees enough time to be able to put in all of this for you. And once applications close, once the application closes on February 13th, we begin the application review through April, and would have the initial selection interview between April and May 2026, and final notification of results and reaching out to the awardees by June 2026. So another key thing is navigating the portal. It's important for you to be able to, navigate the portal, be able to submit your application, and make sure you're doing everything correctly. So how do you actually apply for the ISI scholarship? When you visit the ISI website, isscholarinitiative.org, on the home page, you see this gentleman here. He's a 2022 iScholar or 2021 iScholar who is telling you, please apply for a scholarship. Click this button. 1 second. So you need to click the apply for scholarship button that you see here. And once you click that, it brings you to this page. Now, the first thing you need to do is to create your iScholar account right here. So you create the iScholar account, and once you click that button, it takes you to this page where you have to enter your full name, your correct email address. The email address should be correct. Please double check that, and a password. So once you do that, then you select create account, and you would receive a verification code in your email. So you see why your email address needs to be correct. Make sure you double check that. Once you receive that verification code, you enter this and you click confirm. So for example, here where someone received a verification code that is this number, they entered it and click confirm. And that way it brings you back to this page, and now you can enter your email address and your password and click login. So once you log in, this is the next page you would see. So there is a multi-factor authentication step. Now, to do this step, you can use different authentication apps, but we recommend using the Google Authenticator or the Microsoft Authenticator. Now, for example, if you're using the Google Authenticator and you're on that page that I showed you earlier, once you open the Google Authenticator app, you just click add a code, and it gives you this option to either scan a QR code or enter a setup key. So on that page I showed you earlier, you could see that QR code. You can just scan it, or the setup key, which was right below it, you can enter that setup key. And once you do that, you can set an account name. So make sure it's something you are familiar with. Maybe my ISI scholarship application 2026, right? And then you add. So that way you've already added the this website and the portal to your Authenticator app. So every time you need to log in, it's just going to generate a code for you, which you can put in. So once you've completed the authentication process, then you get to this page. So this is the first page you see once you've successfully logged in. And here, again, you can see the telling you about the scholarship, the value of the scholarship, what is out of scope, the scholarship requirement, timeline, and eligibility. Now, what you need to do here is you need to take a quiz first. Here, you can see the quiz button up here at the top right corner. And once you click start quiz, you need to take a quiz of about 20 questions, and you only have 3 trials for this quiz. So make sure you get the pass mark before your 3 trials are up. And the pass mark is 70. And again, you have just 3 trials for this quiz. Okay. So once you complete the quiz and you've successfully passed, then now you'll be able to submit the required documents, fill in your information, your reference information, and finally submit your ISI application. I know I went through this like pretty quickly. So if you have any questions, please post them in the chat box and then we can go through them. Okay. I'm going to pull up the chat box now to see what we have. Thank you so much, everyone, for the congratulatory messages. Okay. Okay, I see our ISI scholars and managers are already responding to your questions. So I'll try to just read some of them. For those currently pursuing their masters, can their current supervisor write them a recommendation letter? Yes, of course, as long as your supervisor is able to speak to your academic abilities. Yes.
I think
The first-
quick one.
Yes.
The differentiator between your academic and what's the other one?
The professional.
The professional, as one can speak to how you approach academics, right? And the other can speak
Yes.
to your character and
Your
how
character.
you work.
Yes.
How you work in teams, how consistent you are with what you're do, how innovative you think, workplace. We want someone to be able to attest to that, because something that you need to be clear about is this is hard work, right? This is hard work. Getting through the scholarship, you might think it's really hard work, but that's the easiest part, right?
Yes.
The other part of this, which is actually applying to the universities, which is getting ready for the exams, which is acting appropriately, interacting with the people within the ISI community to get you through all the different phases. That is hard work. But that is even easier than actually then getting the admission, getting yourself to the school, doing the work that it requires to not just be successful, but be a representative, an ambassador of the African continent, yourself and the ISI community. That is hard work, right? And what we're looking for is people that will show up again tomorrow after being beat down today. And so we want someone to be able to say, this is the kind of person that fits into the ISI community.
Yes.
So that's what we're looking for your resume. And at this point, I also wanted to highlight that there is a lot of what do we expect from you, right? We want you to take the academics seriously. We want you to have integrity. We want you to have discipline, and we want you to have accountability, right? We want an honest participant in this process. And we've had several situations where folks either felt like their hands were tied behind their backs, or they faced some difficulties with getting feedback from their mentors, or from the folks that they've chosen to give them these recommendations, and they went on to do things that are not honest, right? Like forging email addresses, etc. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay.
Yes. Yes, thank you for bringing that up. And since we're on references, we should also have a couple of things. So I've seen a question here that says, who do we address the reference letter to? So you're not actually submitting a letter. We've made this easy. You don't have to go all the way to maybe your school to meet your lecturer and get like one hard copy of recommendation letter or something, or your professor doesn't even have to like upload an actual letter. So once you add your referee's details on the portal, they would automatically get an email that you've asked them to submit a reference on their behalf. Once they click, once they open that email, there's a link that they need to click. And once they click that link, all they need to do is like type in what they would actually put on like the letter that they would have uploaded. They just need to type that into the box that we have there. So it's pretty seamless, because we know sometimes it can be challenging with, getting hard copy letters or having to try to upload something and, things like that. So just wanted to put that out there. And also for academic and professional reference, your academic reference and professional reference both can come from your professors. And just like Mrs. Banjoko highlighted, just make sure that the academic referee is speaking to your academic abilities, while your professional referee is speaking to your character. I hope that would have answered some of the questions here.
Yeah, and to add to that as well, if you choosing a professor for your professional referee, you need to make sure that you've had some kind of professional engagement with that professor. I worked with this professor in the lab. I supported this professor as class rep. Like something different than, this person is student and passes their exams and stuff like that. So be very mindful of that. Best practice that I want you to take quite seriously is, before you put a professor's email on the ISI portal, make sure that you have communicated to that professor, and make sure that the professor is giving you their most valid and email, not an email they've used when they were kids and they don't use anymore, right? It needs to be the email they are using now, the one that at least once a week they check, right? So it is your responsibility to make sure they know something is coming, that they agree that they want to do that for you, and they've given you the email that they can be best reached at, right? Because it can get quite challenging if you find out last minute they're not willing to do it, or it's been going to a different email, etc. So my advice to you is get in touch with your professor and tell them you're doing this. They should be pretty excited to help you, right? Make sure you put in the right email address and touch base with them at least once or twice a week. It is your responsibility to make sure that the professor does it and sends it in, right? I want to hammer that, because past at 11:59 on the 12th of February, they will not be able to send it in anymore. So even if you have everything there, but you did not get this, then you will have missed the deadline and you will not be able to proceed. Okay?
Just echoing what she said again,
So,
if your referees have not submitted the references by the deadline, your application is not complete. So you need to make sure that they actually submit it. And again, echoing what she said, make sure whoever you're putting their details as a referee is someone you've communicated with, and someone that can talk about you. Like when I say talk about you, not just say Faida is a good girl, give her the scholarship. No. You want someone that can say a lot about you, interactions you had with them, and everything like that. That is gonna help you put the best foot forward for this competitive scholarship application. And I'll just take one or two more questions, because next we have the breakout session where you'll be in smaller groups and you'll be able to ask lots of questions, and you'll be hearing directly from previous iScholars, the ones, the most recent ones, that's our 2025 iScholars. They'll be able to tell you how they worked through all of this last year. So there's a question here about, again, references. Yeah, references are very important. And we've seen over the past few years, references sometimes can mess up a student's application. Someone is asking, must the referee submit references with an organizational email address? We encourage and we recommend an organizational email address for your referees. That is what we prefer. But if there are challenges to that, please use the email address that they can best be reached at, okay? If one has a master's degree, should the person talk about it in the personal statement since I said it's not really considered. No, I did not say it is not. I didn't say whether it's considered or not. So I was just highlighting that the transcript and certificate that we want you to upload is your first degree transcript or certificate, not your master's degree transcript or certificate. Make sure you're uploading your first degree. For your personal statement, it's up to you. Again, it's your personal statement. You write it, write what describes you best. Okay, so tell your story. No one is going to be able to tell your story better than you. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to go through to see. No. Again, references. Your academic and professional references cannot be written by the same individual. No. Again, your academic and professional references should not come from the same individual. There are a lot of questions about references, and I think we've pretty much covered a lot of that. What is the grade distribution of past recipients? So that's the amazing thing about ISI. We are pretty diverse. We have first class, second class. We have people from science, engineering, arts, education, different business administration, accounting, economics, you know, like that. We also have people that finished with HND and all. And trust me, a lot of them are already in grad school right now and they're doing amazingly well. So
second class means second class
To
upper.
speak-
Oh yes,
Second class of yes.
upper.
I want to speak to that. I want to speak to that really quickly.
Yes.
What you see with a lot of the scholarship bodies is they focus on STEM. What we have recognized as ISI is we're looking at the growth and development of the nation, and that takes everybody. It takes everybody. It takes science. It takes storytellers, right? It takes people across the spectrum. And so we are not focused on STEM. We're very focused on the individual and their academic prowess and their individual characters, right? There is no special treatment or special consideration given to doctors versus giving to English majors, for example, right? And so I want you to keep that in mind, and I want you to help spread that word, because there are folks that are still out there thinking, oh, I'm not STEM, I'm not going to apply. Everyone, degree versus HND. We do expect more from our HND students in terms of their demonstration of academic prowess, right? And so we would take distinction from HNDs, but they will be considered equally as a second class upper or first class degree holders. So, you know, keep that in mind. When you show up, we want you to show up as the best of yourself, right? We want you to tell your own story. Okay?
Yeah.
That's expectation from you. You can
yeah. So I'll just take one last question. Is NYSC a requirement? So for you to apply for the ISI scholarship, you do not need the NYSC call-up letter or certificate, but if you have it, please upload that. If you are selected, that's like in May or June, then you need to show evidence of NYSC, possibly your call-up letter or your NYSC certificate, okay? So please take note of that. You do not need the NYSC call-up letter or certificate to apply right now. So there are so many questions, and right now we just want to, you know, move on to the breakout rooms where you can again ask these questions. Ask as many questions as you can, and trust me, you get responses. But before we go into that, let's take this poll quickly. we've discussed a lot of the requirements for this scholarship. What part of this application would you like more insight into? So just scan the QR code or go to slido.com and then we're going to see the answers at the end. While we set up our breakout rooms. Okay, so 39 people have participated in the poll, but on this call we have about 280 people. So that's less than 5% of us on the call. So please, no, that's not less than 5%, but yeah. So please scan this QR code and just answer the question quickly or go to slido.com and enter the number on your screen. Oh. Again, please ensure your display name is your first and last name. If your display name is not your first and last name, you will not be admitted. Let's remove this person that has this setup. Okay, so let's see the results of the poll so far. Oh, okay. A lot of us want more insight into the personal statement.
There is a question.
Oh, okay.
There is a question here that I would like to address really quickly.
Okay.
Someone asked, I think Glory Oguntunde, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I said, I would like to kindly ask if the GRE exam can be substituted for writing IELTS exam. Now, we support GRE GMAT, that's an entry requirement, and then there's TOEFL. TOEFL is a test of English as a foreign language. Now, if your university takes IELTS, they should take TOEFL. However, if the universities you plan to apply to only takes IELTS, depending on the country, then yes, we can make we can talk about writing IELTS in place of TOEFL, but not in place of GRE because they are two different things. Just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, thank you for addressing that. Yeah. Okay. So a lot of us want more insights into personal statements, resume, reference. So that's why we have brought on about 30 of our 2025 iScholars who have decided to give us their time today. So thank you so much to all our iScholars on the call today and also our friends of ISI. And so for our breakout session, we have two panelists in the breakout room. These panelists are 2025 iScholars. So they went through this whole process last year. So they are the best, I think they are the best persons to be able to answer any question that you have. And we also have moderators on the call who are senior iScholars. They are currently in different stages of their grad program or their career. So again, thank you so much to all of you for giving us your time this morning or this afternoon. So for our panelists and our breakout rooms. So the breakout rooms are named with these positive words because, in ISI, we are all for success, for victory, for triumph and flourish. So you would see here that these are the panelists you have in room victory. These are the panelists you have in success. These are the panelists you have in triumph. These are the panelists that you have in flourish. We also have prosperity, excellence, win, and goal. And we have vision, champion, resilience, intelligence. I know I'm scrolling through this very quickly, but I would go back again and leave it on my screen for 30 seconds so you would know which of the rooms you'd like to join. We've carefully selected people from different backgrounds, different courses, different universities. So I hope that we have as much representation for you as possible. So again, I would leave this on my screen for about 30 seconds and our breakout rooms are going to be open in the next 1 minute. And again, we have just about 18 to 20 minutes for the breakout session. So please remember the time. So our moderators and panelists, you are not able to join your rooms automatically. You have to select the room. Sorry about that. The breakout rooms are open now. So just click on the room you'd like to go to and you should find yourself there. If you're not able to join a room, just put it in the chat and I can put you in the room you would like to go to. Okay, I see a lot of how can I join a room. Just the breakout room should have popped up on your screen. Okay, so just select the room you'd like to go to.
Is it supposed to pop for me as well? I don't see it, Farida.
You don't see it?
Mm-mm.
Really? It's supposed to. It should
Can
be
you-
like at the top of your screen or something. But I see a lot of them have joined already. About 100 have gone into their rooms already. So
I see kind of like an information window with all the folks. It says room is 12, participants 268.
the what?
Oh, maybe because I'm a co-host. I'm not sure. I mean, I have a red button that says I can close all rooms. It makes me feel
Okay,
very
if you
self.
click more on your screen, you should be able to see breakout session or breakout room. Or if you're using your phone, I'm not sure where that would be.
No, I'm using my screen. I'm using my laptop.
Yeah, I can see the pop-up on my screen.
Yeah, because
And I'm
it's
also
typically
a
supposed to
co-host.
pop up.
Yeah.
And I think so
Tell me,
far
for you, is it
200,
pop up just different rooms or no?
Can
so
you say
far
that again?
200 have been able to join.
Yeah, I think maybe because I'm co-host, I don't see it. I just see
I'm
an
also
information
co-host.
window.
I don't can see it. That's what I'm saying.
What are you seeing?
I can see the list of breakout rooms, and I can see people that have joined and people that have not joined. So there's a pop-up that says there are 12 rooms and 272 participants. And and 65 are yet to join.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, so you can just click on any of the rooms.
I see.
Yeah.
I can see the individuals in the rooms, and I can see the list of folks that have not joined the room. But I guess
Yeah,
what I'm
so
missing
if you
is if I
go
wanted to
to,
join a room, how do I
so
do
if
that?
you want to join a room, just right in front of the name of the room, there is a join button where you see the number of people in a room.
Mhm. Oh, okay. The unassigned
see it?
list came first, so I didn't see the others. I see it
Yeah,
now. I see it now.
unassigned would show up
I have
first.
to
Yeah,
I
because
have to
those
collapse the
people have not
unassigned to
joined
see
the
the rest
room.
of it.
Yeah,
Okay. Do we just push,
let me
let's
see
just push them to rooms then.
the rooms. Yeah, I think that's what I'll just do. We'll just push them to rooms.
Push them to rooms with lower numbers.
Okay.
Okay, folks are joining in. And there are some rooms with like 30 something people. Okay. Just one more person. Yeah. Perfect. Looks like we successfully moved everyone to a room. I think we have everyone in the room, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's one person here. Someone is in the waiting room. Okay. Yeah, folks in the waiting room, Faida.
In the waiting room. Okay, let me check that. Okay. So we can move through the breakout rooms and see how it's going.
Mm-hmm.
Are you back? It's not over yet. You're muted.
I thought it brought in that we have like less than 2 minutes more.
No, it's going to automatically bring you back.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
fine.
what do we
So
do now?
you can go back to your room. It was champion, right? It will automatically bring you back. Okay, I see we're all starting to come back. 20 minutes went by so fast. But I hope it was helpful for everybody. Let us know in the chat if you found the breakout session helpful for you. And okay, I still see a question here. Someone said, I'm still confused about the result. My school is yet to provide a transcript or statement of results, including first degree certificates. What can be an alternative for both? You don't need official transcript. If you don't have official transcript, you can use your unofficial transcript. For some schools, you can download it from the portal and just have your HOD sign and stamp it for you. That is helpful. Or you can also get something from your department that says, oh, maybe Faidat Badamosi completed bachelor's with certain degree, blah, 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 signed and stamped. Okay. So that you can use that also. Okay, we're very glad you found the breakout session helpful. And so we'll just move on and close out the session within the next few minutes, but just walking through some best practices. So the application is going to open on Monday, January 12th. So please start early and collect your application materials. Don't wait till February 13th to maybe put in your referee details and start informing your referees. Okay, so just plan it all out, collect your application materials. Starting early also does not mean once the application is open, you just submit everything quickly. You don't even go through your personal statement and review it. Make sure there's a balance. Just make sure you have everything in by the deadline. Inform your referees early. I know we've been doing a countdown on our social media pages. Before I go on, if you're not following us on our social media pages, please do that. We post awesome content that would help you in on this journey. If our media managers are on the call, please put our social media handles in the chat box. So you would see that we've been doing a countdown, and a lot of people that have been anticipating this scholarship, they've already started talking to their referees even before today. So please, if you've not, start informing your referees that you're going to be submitting the ISI scholarship application and you want them to put in something amazing for you that will help you win the scholarship. Read instructions carefully. This is a very, very important part, and we've highlighted some of that here. Example, transcript statement of results. We said first degree. Again, keyword first degree. So don't put in your master's transcript or statement of results, okay? So read all instructions carefully. Make sure in your personal statement, you also talk about why you actually need this scholarship, because that is a very, very important aspect of the ISI scholarship. And to help our applicants, we have the application frequently asked questions on our website. So the FAQ page on our website, you can go through it. There are some frequently asked questions there. If you don't find answers that there, and we've not been able to answer it on this call, which I doubt that. I think we've been able to answer most of the questions. Then you can reach out to us, email us applications@ischolarinitiative.org for any questions that you have, or any issues that you're facing during this application window. And to take our closing remark, I'd like to invite our amazing ISI Secretary, Dr. Olufemi Fajolu.
Thank you so much, Dr. Badamasi. What's your husband's name?
Usman.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
By the way, again, I want to echo the congratulatory message from the VP Operations. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Femi Fajolu. I am the Executive Secretary of ISI. I want to heartfully thank our amazing team that are working in the operations team, led by no other person than the Vice President Operations, whom you heard from at the beginning of this session. These folks are not paid. For those of you here, these folks, every single person that you have heard from today are not paid. They are people that commit themselves to do this work out of their own volition. Why? Because they believe in the future of Nigeria. They believe in the future of our world. They believe specifically in your own future. That means you matter to them. That's why people will wake up early in the morning and put up a session like this for you. So I want you to know that you matter. You are not some numbers. So one thing that I would like to, I think, first of all, one question that I would like to answer, I think there's a question that was not really addressed. It's about the authenticator. That's important for our own security. the security of our system. So we have to have that. I'm not going to say more than that, but what I will say again about that is when you have that authenticator, make sure you do not lose the device that you use to get the authenticator. I think that was one of the challenges we faced last year. When you lose your device, you are likely not going to be able to access your account again online. So make sure you keep your device and make sure that you keep the authenticator app on your device. So again, I want to thank all our team members that have spoken today and those that did not speak, because to put a session like this together didn't start about 2 hours ago. It's a process that started like several weeks ago. These people have been meeting, they have been doing the designs of the presentations, they have been practicing. So again, we can't thank them enough. I am grateful on behalf of the president of the organization, our amazing management committee, and of course, our board of trustees. I want to thank you all. And for those in attendance, again, if you followed all the advice you were given today, while I cannot guarantee that you will be selected, one thing that I can guarantee is that you are going to be a strong candidate. And secondly, the truth of the matter is not all of you are going to be selected. That's the truth. But if you followed all the things that you have heard here today and all the things you are going to see on our website, on all of our social media platform, if you followed all of them, you are going to be a strong candidate for any school. Trust me. So it is not just for the scholarship of ISI that you attend a session like this. It is not just because of our scholarship that you follow our instructions or follow the guidelines. It is because where you intend to be, because the ISI is just a bridge. We are just a bridge to where you need to be. You understand? And if you listen to all the people, I was listening to Emmanuel during the breakout session in which I participated. I think all of you should look for Emmanuel and ask for his advice. There, I was telling myself that I am not surprised that this guy got selected because he followed all the instructions to the detail. So again, please follow everything you've heard here today. And why I cannot guarantee that you will be selected for ISI, I can guarantee that you will be a strong candidate for any graduate program. So I thank you for your time today. Thank you for being here. I think I bring greetings from our BOT members and all of our leaders. So all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Femi. Any next steps, Fahidat? I think the team is preparing some how-to videos, and
yes.
the link to this would be shared. So can you just speak to that?
Yes. So next steps for our applicants is this session is going to be on our YouTube channel. So you can watch this session as if you missed any part, maybe due to network or anything like that, it will always be there. So you can listen. Just the breakout parts will not be there anyway. And also, we would have tutorial videos on our YouTube pages. On our YouTube page, we have just one YouTube page. We'll have tutorial videos there on, going through the authentication process, going through the portal, going through, I think mostly those two. But if there's anything else that we think would be very helpful for you, or you also think would be helpful for you, can put it in the chat box or email us about it, and we'll see how to put a tutorial up to help you have a seamless application process. Just to echo what Dr. Fajulu mentioned again, please, the device that you use for your authentication, or the SIM card, or the device, everything you use for your authentication, please don't lose it. Don't lose it for this 1 month. Please try your best not to lose the device. We want to minimize as much technical difficulties as possible. So please don't lose your device. And I saw a question in the chat, and I think Dr. Fajulu spoke about it a bit also. Since Nigeria is an English-speaking country, why are we required to submit a test, right? So a lot of grad school applications would require you to submit the English language test. And we've set up ISI applications to sort of simulate what an actual grad school application will be like. So just like you said, even if you're not selected for this, if you go through this process, you're almost ready to submit a very competitive grad school application. So please do your best, be honest about it. Mrs. Banjoko mentioned this before. Don't try to, go through the back door, try to, I don't want to say it completely, but don't try to submit
Don't
a
try to game
reference
the system.
letter.
We won't
Yeah, don't try to
Exactly.
game the system.
and you would not have any chances. And I just
Yeah.
wanted to also take the opportunity to thank Dr. Fajolu for giving us his time today. I didn't mention that, so thank you, and thank you on behalf of the BOT and on behalf of the management team. Just one more comment from me, I promised, before we call it quits today. There is a lot of expo on our YouTube page. I think I've posted the YouTube page. You can find it in many different places. Someone else has posted it as well. If you go to our YouTube page, you can watch sessions like this all the way far back as at least, 4 years, right? All of the different sessions, the onboarding event for previous ICE scholars, the selection event for previous ICE scholars, right? If you really believe in this community, I will take time to go back and watch those videos, right? Understand, like from those YouTube videos, you can kind of understand what this process is about. You can hear our board of trustees, our president. You can hear them making several remarks. You can hear them talking about the process. You can see kind of how we present the results, what's important for us. If you're a serious candidate or if you're a serious contender, I would take the time to go through all those YouTube contents. They would be very enlightening and educative for you. I also want to take the opportunity to express deep gratitude to Fahidat. She has been with us for a long time. We have a lot of hopes and dreams for Fahidat, but not just Fahidat, but each and every one of our iScholar turn managers and turning into executive leadership in a short order. This is a community. The biggest training I would say you get from here, or the biggest benefit from here, is actually not the money we pay for you to do anything. It is the mentorship. You get to interact with very high quality individuals that will raise your game, and anywhere you go, you will be recognized for playing at a strategic level, right? With that said, Fahida, I really appreciate you doing this year in, year out. Looking forward to you mentoring and bringing up folks to be able to do this for us as you step into bigger things in life, in your career. I am so proud of you, so very proud of you. And thank you to the other members of the operations team. Christy is not here. Jumoke holds everything together. Our technology team. It's fantastic human beings. We cannot pay you to do what you do. I am very proud of all of you, and thank you for working with me.
Thank you so
Go on.
much. You
And thank
continue
you
to
too.
leave
Thank
me
you too for your
speechless.
leadership. Yeah. Thank you.
You
Thank you.
continue to leave me speechless. And just to
Yes.
add to that shout out, I want to shout out all our moderators and panelists today. Honestly, it took we put that team together within 1 week or like 10 days, and everyone showed up, everyone showed out. And I was trying to ask them how the session went in the breakout rooms, and it was pretty smooth. On our group chat, I didn't even see any questions. They handled it so well. So shout out to all our moderators and our panelists, to the people that joined 10 days ago, and to the people that joined last night. Thank you so much. So thank you so much, everyone. And again, this is going to be on our YouTube channel. We wish you all the best for the ISI Scholarship 2026, and we look forward to having some of you on in our community. Thank you, and have a very good evening. Afternoon, morning for me.
Morning.
Morning for me.